everyone, welcome back in BIM and today I'll be discussing about one of the most important topics in BIM, right? Building Information Modeling. I got a request on the YouTube that I should make some elaborative videos, okay, detailed videos rather, I would say. So there are two topics. First of them is to cover ISO stages. Okay, so as I have already discussed that we have 8 stages when it comes to the implementation of international standard organizations 19650. If we want to, you know, if we want to implement a BIM in a project and would like to follow ISO, okay, as a reference or a guideline framework, so we have to have followed those 8 stages, by the way. Okay, so stay tuned with me until the last. I will try to make it as precise as possible, not too long and not too short, right? It should not be very short, just like a short, and it should not be very large as well. I try my level best to make you understand and in a very precise manner. Okay, so let me share my screen. I will use a PPT for that so that it will be pretty clear for you guys. All right. Okay, I believe the screen is visible to you, and let me use this PPT mode. Correct. So I'll be discussing stages in ISO 19650. Correct. Okay, here we go. So as you see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and until 8. We have 8 stages. Okay, in any of the project, if we would like to implement BIM and if we want to implement BIM on a project, that means we need to follow. Yes, of course. I mean, if we are following this ISO 19650, the guideline fund structure or the process and protocol, if we are following of this code, then we need to undergo these many stages. So first of them is assessment and need. What does it says? It says establish information framework. That means an organization or a client, they would analyze the need of BIM implementation, you can say, or they would like to frame some information. Basically, in other words, we can say employers information requirement or exchange information requirement. Okay, organizational information requirement, you can say that. Plus you can say project information requirement. These sort of information requirement would be established in this stage, that is the assessment and need. Okay, there would be a formal discussion between the or amongst the stakeholders like client, contractor, BIM consultant, maybe some other consultants, right? Now once they are okay with the information requirements, all right, they are going to float tender, that is known as invitation to tender. Okay, that means the client or the organization is ready with some sort of information requirement that is precisely known as EIR, right? Employers information requirement. Now they have established, okay, this are our requirement and why we would like to implement them. What are the goals? What are the uses? At what level we want to implement them? Those sort of information. So EIR is the document which is been prepared in the first stage, and then a tender sort of thing is floated for the for inviting the competitive bidders, right? That means EIR document has been floated. It's a kind of, EIR is nothing but it's a kind of pre-tender document, okay, which gives the clarity to the competitive bidders. Okay, this sort of information has been sought by the client or the you can say organization, right? Invitation to tender, the tender has been floated. Post that we have tender response, correct? That means For example, I am the client and I have floated the EIR document, that is a sort of you can say tender document, pre-tender document. Now they are maybe XYZ competitive bidders. They would like to bid for the tender. So they will go through that EIR document, and based on that, in response of that, they are going to prepare a BIM execution plan, that is known as BEP, right? BIM execution plan. And by the way, there are two types of BIM execution plans. One is pre-appointment and post-appointment. That second one is that post-appointment BIM execution plan. So competitive bidders would go through the EIR document, and based on that, in response of that, they are going to prepare a BIM execution plan, pre-appointment BIM execution plan, and they are going to submit to the client as a validation of their willingness, that they are willing to participate in this particular project. Post that, subsequently, client is going to evaluate all those bids, okay, and will select the most competent bidder out of them based on the evaluation and all right. Now this is going to be the tender submission and selection. Okay, here all the bidders have submitted their bids. Now client is going to evaluate, and then post evaluation they will select the most competent bidder or general contractor or supplier, in other words, you can see, correct? Now once they have selected, then they are going to appoint the competent bidder. Okay, let's say L&T, Shapoorji Pallonji, Tata, and some other firms have participated in a project, and for example, L&T have won the project. Now appointment will be there. Okay, confirmation of contract. The best bid was submitted by L&T, and now L&T have won the project. Okay, so appointment stage would be there, confirmation of contract. Now there will be some signing of documents, agreements, and kind of sign off procedure would be there. Post that, my dear friends, we have mobilization stage. Okay, mobilization is nothing. If you are from construction background, then you may think that mobilization is deployment of machineries and setting up of the offices at the site. Yes, this is very true in context of construction project, but what if you are in the planning stage or in the designing stage? So mobilization is nothing but it's kind of it's formal start of your work, whether it is a designing work, it is a construction work, or maybe some survey work. So mobilization is nothing. That means the client is ready to pay you some amount, some token amount, so that you can plan or start executing the works. Okay, so delivery team, detailed planning. Here we have delivery team and detailed planning. That means modeling, planning, all the activities, most of the majority of the activities we will be having in this mobilization stage, correct? Maybe it is a 3D modeling procedure, submission of the drawings, receiving of the information inputs from the client, or maybe some desired data which is going to be utilized during the planning design stage, or maybe facility management stage. Okay, all the inputs will be taken, and then the team will start working on the project, okay, from the scratch. Post that, we have collaborative production of information. WIP is nothing but work in progress and shared information. Once the L&T has started working on the project, there is a kind of progressive stage, work in progress stage, okay, wherein we start modeling or producing information, and it will go through various stages. Maybe we have, not maybe, but yes, we have definitely many stakeholders in a project. So once a person prepares the information, it will go through many stages, just like approvals from the client, maybe approvals from some third party consultant, PMC consultant, structural consultant. So This is the WIP stage, work in progress stage, and shared information. Once I am done with the model part, it will go through the architect, maybe to the it will go to the structural consultant, electrical consultant, maybe MAP team, to the client, BIM consultant, or you can see the other stakeholders, advisors, EMC consultants, right? So it is the shared information stage, correct? So once the information has been shared and it is okay and all are agreed upon the other information which has been provided, then information delivery, model delivery, seventh stage, information review per milestone. Now, once it has passed all the checks, okay, now finally it will be submitted to the client. Okay, and client is going to review again the information whether it has been submitted as per the procedures and protocols and the the conditions or codes which we have mentioned in the BIR document and PEP document. Okay, in case of any ambiguity or erroneous data, they are going to refer the BIM execution plan. Correct. So in case of any disputes or in case of any sort of confusion, they are just going to refer the BIM execution plan, because BIM execution plan is kind of you can say Bible for any BIM project, right? So this is the delivery phase. Once the information has been finalized, collaboration, like in the mobilization stage, we have prepared the information. Now in collaborative production of information, we have shared the information with other stakeholders. All right, and then here this is the stage where collaboration, coordination, class detection, all the things have happened. Okay. Now once the model is clash free and it is free from all the clashes, all the disputes, now we are in the seventh stage. That means we are in the final stage of submission, and it is to go for the construction or maybe shop drawings or construction drawings, right? It is okay to use that model for production of drawings or to send it to the site for construction stage, right? And finally, we have the project closeout stage, correct? Finally, congratulations, you are in the 8th stage. That means project is almost done and we are in the closeout phase. Project and correct asset information model, AIM, aggregation and archive. Okay, so you might have seen that what we planned in the beginning is not exactly which is going to be constructed at the site. Okay, always there is a slight variation or maybe sometimes huge variation between what we planned and what have been executed at the site, right? So that means maybe we have submitted some different drawings, and when the project was executed, due to some site constraints, maybe because of some expenses constraints or due to some other factors, the project which has been executed is not exactly similar to the drawings. There is always a slight variation, you can see. So the final product which is in front of us is a bit different from the drawings or the planning stage. Okay, now we need to prepare the as-built model, as-built drawings, as-built documents. Okay, all the documents that will become our asset information model, and we need to have a kind of record of that as-built model, right? So this is the closeout stage. Then we have some feedback from the client. We will formally submit the you can say the documents, and we'll take the certification of completion from the client and the stakeholders. And here we are going to close our project, right? This is the 8th stage, which is the final stage. Now if you see here, we have legends. This is appointing party. That means from stage 1 to 2, this particular area, if you see, this particular area pertains to the you can see this particular area pertains to the appointing party. Appointing party, I have explained many a times, is no one but the client. You can see the principal, employer, or the client. Okay, appointing party. So these two stages pertains to appointing party. That means appointing party is going to prepare each and every document in this particular stage. Obviously, tender is being prepared by appointing party or the client. Now second is lead appointed party, second legend. That means this one, this particular part. Okay, let me change this, and this particular part is your lead appointed party. Lead appointed party is the one who is the principal contractor or general contractor. Let's say I gave you example of L&T. L&T is a big contractor, and of course, when L&T executes a work, it is not the only the L&T which carry out the work, but of course there are multiple subcontractors under the L&T, right? So those will become appointed parties. The one who has taken the work from the client directly is the lead appointed party, and under that there are going to be multiple subcontractors. Those will become appointed parties. Correct. So starting from stage 3 to stage 7, here we have, this stage, these stages we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the work of lead appointed party. Correct. Lead appointed party, and of course we have some intervention of course appointing party in between at stage 4 and 5, and in the 7th and 8th as well. Correct. Now lead appointed party is pretty much active in the stages 4 to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, right? 8 to 8. Correct. BAP submission, appointment, mobilization, collaborative production of information, delivery, and similar. Same thing goes for lead appointed party as well. Appointed party as well, right? These are the stages. Correct. So basically, a lead appointed party and appointed parties work parallelly. Okay, all together. These two parties will work together parallelly and will submit their milestones. Again, when stage 7 is done, then client comes into picture. Correct. So this is summary of the ISO 19650 information management stages. Pre-appointment, lead appointed party. This is the procurement stage 2 and 3. 4 and 5 can be a planning stage, can be called as planning stage, and we have 6 and 7 production stage. Information production happens in this 6th and 7th. Planning happens in 4th and 5th, and procurement you can say 2nd and 3rd. I hope I have made you understood this, and if you still have further doubts, then you can again connect to me, and I would really love to help you guys. Okay, this was all about ISO stages. Since I received a request from one of the learners or one of the followers, that is why I have prepared this precise, small but not precise yet a long video. So forgive me. I'll try my level best in the upcoming videos to provide you the clear and concise and legit information in relation of the building information model. Until then, bye bye, take care. For more such videos, you can follow and subscribe my channel. Civil Logs and BIM.